Roll this shit, man. Yep. We are live.
Rolling.
Happy 420, everyone. I'm sure at least one of my co-hosts has been to Jupiter and back by now. Do you
I'm
get
in
the
a
day
different
off?
galaxy right now.
Do you get the day off on 420?
I actually got a half day, surprisingly.
Well, I figured. I mean, they're gonna it's like yeah, it's a holiday. I mean, like also
Even if you're working, you're most likely stoned anyway.
right. So
Allegedly.
I mean, with that, I mean, does production like ramp up, moving towards like 420, almost like like St. Patrick's Day? Like
it is insane. Like, we ended up pushing out so many orders in the last week that it has been insane, and keeping everyone stoned has just been so fun.
Yeah, it's the weed business's Christmas.
St. Patrick's
Christmas,
Day.
Black Friday, Thanksgiving, all in one.
Yeah.
But yeah. So also, before we got on the air, Charlie had to aggravatingly pick her shorts out of her ass, apparently, which got us talking about Forrest Gump.
They were up there. It was
Right in the buttocks.
Right in the buttocks. So then right before I hit the live button, I mentioned that there is a sequel to Forrest Gump, like a book. Because it was originally a book that they obviously adapted to a film. I've never read the sequel, and I've only ever heard of it. You know, I think it's kind of like the VHS from The Ring, you know? People talk about it, but if you actually have it, bad shit's going to happen. But I know, like, in the sequel, I think he, like, goes to space.
Oh my gosh.
I went to the store, and the nice boy gave me a puff of his cigarette, and I went to space.
Yeah, he gave me a pill, said it was a cheeseburger.
Did they premeditate fucking, what is his name? No, what is his name? The Amazon guy.
Oh, Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos?
Did they kind of premeditate? Because he might actually be a little bit of a Forrest Gump type.
It wouldn't have been foreshadowing or predicting the future for homeboy Elon, because his shit just blew up about 5 minutes after takeoff, right? 90 seconds. How long did it go?
Did it? I don't know.
They this morning they tried to launch like the biggest rocket, like orbital rocket.
The Starship blew up?
Yeah, it was supposed to be like essentially like a cargo freighter for space to take supplies to the moon and to Mars and shit. And I think it was supposed to be launched yesterday or earlier this week. They delayed it, and then from what I heard, they launched it today. It didn't even make it out of the atmosphere before it blew up, but they knew, like, Elon was like, oh yeah, we knew it was going to blow up, but we launched it anyways. I don't know if that's just to get data from that.
But the way to save it, like, no, we knew that was going to happen.
We just wanted to see. We wanted to get the numbers.
I call cap on that.
Yeah, cap, no cap.
I wanted to waste
what the
all
fuck
of
does
this
that even
time
mean?
and money.
What does no cap and cap even mean, Jake?
So, like, cap means they're lying. No cap means no lie. I have no clue where it derived from, but I have a few coworkers who are under 24 that taught me that, so here we are.
Woom in the chat is saying, in the sequel, Lieutenant Dan runs for office and gets assassinated. The kid dies, and his new wife dies in the Oklahoma City bombing.
No fucking way, dude.
Is it called Forrest puts a 45 in his mouth?
Yeah, no. Like, golly, give that poor retard some happiness for once in his life.
Yikes.
Dude gets laid once, gets saddled up with some kid, you know.
Not only that, but an AIDS baby.
Yeah, no kidding. Was it AIDS
That's
or
why
HIV?
the kid died.
Yeah, probably. Did the kid die of AIDS or womb? Let me know. Because if there's one thing that cheers up an audience, is talking about children dying of AIDS.
I mean, it's not the worst thing that happened to a child pertaining to something that started today.
What started today?
It's Hitler's birthday.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, God.
Which is like, okay, so it's 420. It's the St. Patrick's Day.
Way to bring me the fuck down, bro. I just...
What's that? What's the rule? Like, everything leads to Hitler?
7 degrees of Kevin Hitler.
I thought that was Kevin Bacon.
No, there's like some like rule, like, or yeah. I don't know.
Kid did die of AIDS.
Yeah, but so 420 is like the St. Patrick's Day of people that do drugs, right? Which I find it humorous because just like St. Patrick's Day, the people that are like, oh, it's St. Patrick's Day, we're gonna get fucking drunk, are people like me that just get drunk every fucking day anyways.
You know how many times I heard that?
You know, it's like, do you need a holiday? I guess it's just, I don't know. Like, explain this to me.
Like celebrating your birthday. Why do that? Just take the fucking fun out of everything. Why don't you, Delco?
Yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of guys today that were like, it's 420 every day for me. I'm like, all right, dude, here's a sticker.
Yeah, sweet. Why is 420 the big date?
Honestly, I have no clue. But
I think I've looked this up before, but I can't remember.
Let's see. Let's find the history of 420.
I'm like the worst stoner ever. I don't even know the history of 420. I don't like reggae.
I mean, does
it have anything to do with Timothy Leary?
Timothy Leary?
Do you not know Timothy Leary?
I do not know who Timothy Leary is.
And
dude, you have got to look up Timothy Leary. He is the father of drugs.
So Woom says the kid does die of AIDS. In the 1970s, when a group of teenagers from San Rafael High School in Marion County would ritualistically smoke marijuana at 420 each day. The number 420 became a code for marijuana. The 5 teens called themselves the Waldos. Okay, I guess it just grew from there.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, the guys I first smoked weed with used to smoke at 420 every day.
Yeah. I never got into that. We'd always like smoke before like high school sporting events, and during high school sporting events. And
this was in college.
High school sporting event. We'd always go to. Our code was we're going to go talk to Doug. We're going to Doug's house. Because there's nobody in the school named Doug, so everybody's like, who the fuck is this Doug guy you keep going and hanging out with? Like, oh, Doug's dope, man. Doug's dope as shit, man.
Me and my best friend were idiots in high school, and we would just walk around saying Tylenol whenever we talk about weed. Just be like, hey, you got any Tylenol? Let's go have some Tylenol.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stupid shit like that.
Yeah. Let's go pack a one-hitter of Tylenol, bro.
Yeah, no, the teachers probably thought that we were smoking Tylenol at some point, and I don't even want to know what was going through their heads.
They're probably like stupid fucking kids, and then they're in the break room just like chowing down bowls, you know?
So in high school, my friend's mom found a nugget of her weed that she dropped from the weekend before when her parents were gone. And her mom found it and was like, I know what this is. Smelt it. Looked at her daughter and was like, this isn't even good.
Damn.
Like, oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Did you guys ever
find out you and your mom have the same plug and he's just selling you the dirt shit?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I never got caught growing up. Like every time I would be accused of being high, it would be like the one time I wasn't high. You know, like that's how my life went. Like the one time I've ever been breathalyzed, like I was completely sober. And the cop was just like, bullshit, blow on the skin. I was like, dude, I'm like at a high school party and I'm like the one kid who didn't run. Like, I'm just like hanging out here because like I forgot I think I just got there or something. I can't remember why I wasn't drinking, but yeah, like you know how high school parties are. The cops show up, everybody takes off. And then I was just like sitting on the tailgate of some truck. And they're like, hey man. I was like, oh, hey. Like, what's going on here? And I was like, well, there's a party going on, I guess. Like, well, we're going to breathalyze you. I was like, okay. And I blew into it. And they're like, no, you have to blow into it. I was like, I know. I blew into it. They're like, we'll do it again. And then, yeah. And I got breathalyzed one other time, and I wasn't drunk because I was wearing a pink button-down shirt. And he said, like, only a drunk. I think the cop was just trying to be an asshole in a traffic stop because I was, like, with a girl. And, I was, like, 16, 17, something like that. He's like, he's just like, you been drinking tonight? I was like, no, man. Just, I think we were leaving, like, Applebee's or some, shitty high school stuff like that. And he's like, well, you got to be drunk wearing that pink shirt. And I was like,
he's like, it's a Tuesday. I know they got those $2 margaritas.
No, I was just like, no, girl likes pink, man. Like, she said it looks good on me, so I bought it at Buckle or wherever, And he was like, I'm going to need to take a breathalyzer. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I got it from Buckle. Actually, I think my mom bought it for me because like my girlfriend broke up with me and she felt bad, so she took me shopping.
Oh.
God, I wish my mom would still take me shopping when I get dumped.
I know. My mom likes my wife so much. Whenever I feel bad, she takes my wife shopping.
And they use your credit card.
I'm not getting very far with that one. But yeah,
Did
go
they
ahead.
ever buy you anything at least though?
Like they pretend to, you know. They'll be like, "Oh, like, you know, I bought us this yard sign that has on
I'm
it."
gonna look great in this dress for you.
Yeah. No, and I'm like, that dress looks like shit. I'm not a fan of. Anytime my wife says, "Oh, I bought something cute," I'm like, I hate it. I hate it.
Speaking of dresses,
We've discussed this. We've discussed this. I'm DG4L. The word cute, not what I'm into. Not at all what I'm into.
I was gonna say, speaking of dresses, it is sundress season now, and there was a word I told Bill a few weeks ago that we were supposed to talk about last week, but last week just went so off the rails that it ended up not happening. But you got to watch out for longbacks this sundress season.
Yes, longbacks.
Charlie's
back.
Charlie's like, what misogynistic shit is Jake about to say? But so a longback refers to a woman who is all back and legs.
Oh, so
You know,
no
it's
ass?
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. I mean, I
I've
can
seen
see
many
that.
of those here.
Oh yeah. New Mexico and Texas are rife with longbacks.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that for sure. Like just like tiny little white girls with no ass.
Oh, it's more disappointing when it's not even a white girl with no ass.
Oof. Can you imagine being like a black girl with no ass would be like being a black guy with an average sized dick.
I was gonna say, imagine being like a Latina born in a family of women with all huge asses and small tits, and you're the only one with huge tits and a small ass.
Maybe, but you could also
See.
there might be a market for that because now you're in just like some weird niche thing, right?
Oh,
For some
yeah.
dudes like, man, I really like Latinas, but I'm a titty guy.
Dudes love titties.
I don't know. I've been with one that was built like that, and it just wasn't as fun.
I mean, I can see that.
Interesting.
You know, I mean, you definitely go after the Latinas for, you know, the dump trucks in the back. And dudes do like titties. Don't get me wrong. I like titties. I'm more of an ass guy.
And
though.
also the possible stabbing.
But now,
Oh, you
that's
gotta
why,
love the stabbing.
That's why, for people listening who don't know, outside of the physicality of how a Latina's body is built, the real fun comes with the potential for violence. As somebody who is married to one, like, I don't know, she gets a wild hair up her ass, and I'm fucking getting beat to death with a fucking foam flip flop. You know,
She's got the chancla.
What is it? What do I call it? I can't. I don't know fucking Spanish, so I have to Google it every time.
Chancla.
But
Chancla.
it's, no. But I always call it the shoe of death.
She just peeks around a corner, it comes flying.
Yeah. Oh, just,
Does she call you White Devil too? I've been called that.
no, because here's the thing: for being a Latina, she actually doesn't speak a lick of Spanish. Because her mom is actually
Well, she wouldn't because she's Brazilian.
She's Brazilian, for one.
Portuguese.
and her mom immigrated to Miami, and so it's like grew up started her life in Miami, whatever. And but at the time, like in the mid '80s, her mom was afraid that speaking Spanish or knowing Spanish would make her look poor, so she never taught her kids Spanish, even though her mom speaks like Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, a little bit of French, but also like hardly English for some reason. She speaks English, but not great. For being here for 30 years and claiming to be white for forever.
Like Jackie Chan. Nope, no grip on it.
No. Like she has a grip on the English language, kind of.
I said accent.
She'll just
I was gonna say-
She'll just use words randomly in places, and they're like, that's not.
Yeah,
no.
that's super common. Yeah,
No?
but like
At least
English is the hardest language to learn, so you have to be like, yeah, I get it. It's not easy.
Reed
Yeah, no,
White,
it's not
Reed
like
White
the-
called the chancleta the Puerto Rican boomerang. He would know.
Yeah.
He's in South Florida, man. There's probably like flip flops flying everywhere. Instead of,
Yeah, no, he's probably always got to be like,
instead of guns, there's just bitches rolling around with fucking flip flops tucked in their waistband. Have you ever seen? I'll have to
man.
post it if I can find. I'll have to post it. Somebody made a like a Halloween video. I think it's on YouTube, but it's like supposed to be Michael Myers, you know, and he's like comes up to this like in this guy's house, and the guy's like washing dishes or something, like this Mexican guy. And the guy turns around and is like, no, don't do this. And then it like pans down to like muddy footprints on the floor. He's like, do you know what you've just done? And they turn
I think I've
around,
seen
and there's
this.
like this yeah, just like Spanish mom, like in a robe, and her hair's all fucking in curlers and shit, just like with a flip flop. Like, and then it just shows the guy, and Michael Myers washing dishes, like wiping tears away from their eyes.
see, my aunt would nail us with one of those and then make us stand in the corner on our tippy toes
Oh damn.
for as long as how old we were.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no, so Hispanics
In
and
minutes or
Latinos,
hours?
minutes.
Okay, I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if it was hours.
Yeah, no, sometimes Hispanics can get a little too insane, and I'm here for it.
Oh yeah, yeah. We like violence.
That's not bad. Stay on your tippy. I mean, that's not really violent, but
It's great
Well,
for
after
your,
being nailed by a flip flop at like 70 miles an hour, just bam.
it's great for your
okay.
calves.
You know what? Sometimes if you could like have a snap or like a reel of like what was going on, you'd be like, you know what? I deserved that flip flop to the face.
Oh, you know the stack of couch cushions in the middle of the living room, and the fortress of pillows would beg that I definitely deserve that flip flop. But
Oh yeah, and you're fucking elbow dropping cousins off the couch, corner of the couch, like flying elbow, stone cold stunnering kids.
why the fuck am I in trouble? I wasn't doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't tell Mom.
I was just trying to get my cousin to Mr. Sacco, you know.
It's like shut up. You're okay. You're okay. There's no blood.
Sorry,
There's no blood.
sorry. Been there as a kid who grew up with an older brother. The dumb shit we would do. I remember one time, for whatever reason, we thought it'd be entertaining to get in a knife fight with Swiss Army knives.
Interessant.
And this was also, we were young enough, like we were young. I have a recollection of this just only because it was so traumatic. And I ended up like, as you would assume, like cutting my brother's like arm. And this is when I just thought like, oh God, I just stabbed my brother. He's gonna die. You know, like oh God, like go running in, and of course, like my mom's like, it probably was just like a paper cut, you know.
In Bill's head, it's that scene from Dewey Cox.
Oh, yeah, I just cut my brother in half.
Wrong kid died.
Dewey, you done halved me. That's the worst case of somebody being cut in half I've ever seen. That's a good one. We'll have to add that to the watch along when we do a Patreon.
Oh yeah.
Just below what we got Sarah Marshall. Now we got Dewey Cox. There's another one we brought up. Can't remember.
Yes, it wasn't the last one. I can't remember.
It's something I haven't seen.
Was that not Sarah Marshall?
Lost Boys.
Lost Boys.
Yeah. Lost Boys not so funny. Well, I mean, it's funny, but not intentionally.
It does have it. Well, it has its moments. It's like it's a light horror for sure, but it has its moments. I mean, it has
A light whore?
the what are their names?
Oh, the
Corey?
Coreys. The Coreys. And a young Jason Patrick.
Uh-huh.
And a Kiefer. Got Kiefer.
Kiefer, yes.
Yep.
The
Alex
dude who plays Bill.
Alex Winter. It's also got the annoying fiance from Twister.
Oh my gosh, that's her?
Yeah. Who plays Star? Who is David?
Shit.
She's
She was
Star.
always so familiar, and I didn't know why.
She's Star. Her boyfriend, Keith Sutherland, is David, so she's the star of David.
Oh my god.
Shut the fuck up.
See, we'll save it for the watch along, but I know this is Lost Boys was like my first introduction into R-rated horror movies because like my friend's parents had it on VHS, and like I don't know, they like went out for something, and like we watched it. Even though now, like, I honestly don't know if I'd even give a shit if my like 8-year-old watched it, but
I mean, there's nothing really sexual in it besides it like being kind of scary.
well, and it's
Is
also
there titties in it?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm. No.
Is it rated R? It's got to be rated R.
There's
Right?
there's a sex scene in it, but you don't see anything.
Yeah, it's like one of those boring ones where it's just a lot of like
This is, like,
bodies
flashes
moving
of
around.
back. Is this flashes of back?
Like
Back
that
to
Top
back.
Gun sex scene?
Kinda, except
Yeah, but like
with
less
with less
gross.
fruit, with less fruit for sure.
Less spit too.
Oh, so it
Was
doesn't
there
have
a lot
Tom
of
Cruise
spit
in
that
it?
one? It doesn't have Tom Cruise in it. No,
No, so
it's,
no fruit in it
it's
at all.
Jason.
No, the dude looks just like fucking Jim Morrison.
It's Jason Patrick, right?
Wild. I think so.
Let's see, Lost Boys, and then again the annoying fiance from Twister, which I feel bad for not knowing her name, but also like be a better actress and I'll know your name, right?
Yeah.
Hey, we're talking about Tom Cruise. So.
No,
Diane
no, no.
Weist is in it.
Oh,
She's
Weast Mode. Weast Mode was in it. Yeah, you know I ordered that shirt and it never came in. Terrible.
Huh.
The Weast Mode shirt. Star Jamie Gertz is that lady's name, which
Oh.
oof, yeah.
It's a
That's a-
horrible name.
Why not take a stage name? Like, isn't
What if
that
that
what
is
all the
the
people?
stage
I
name?
know. I think that is.
Ugh.
That might be a married name too. Maybe she married a rich dude with a gross last
Gertz?
name.
I'd be like, hey, I'm an actress. I need to keep my name. Like,
I mean,
Can't be going
money
around
is the only
Gertz.
way.
Maybe that was one of his rules of like, nope, you get my gross last
no,
name.
you're getting the Gertz
It's
all up in that
Maybe that's why she took it.
that wedding night.
like
Maybe,
herpes.
hey, maybe the Gertz is good. You know,
I mean, that bank account might be that good.
you never. Hey,
I
you
mean-
never know. A name like Gertz, you never know.
I mean, you never saw her act again. Like, there's got to be a reason.
She's been in things. I think I'm trying to like pull up her IMDb, but my internet sucks right now. But
I was gonna say, money is the only thing that could get a 5-foot guy from Albuquerque laid. And look at him; he has a spaceship now.
is that Bezos?
Yeah.
Is he even
Look at
Albuquerque?
this.
I think we
Shit
talked
on
about this.
Bezos tonight for some reason. 420 and shit on Bezos.
I don't know. It's like
He's
I
easily
woke up
shit
angry.
onable though. You know.
I mean, yeah. Look how down low he is. Even for me, it's still pretty low.
You kind of William Shatner like that. Like even with this, that it's like you're a dick.
I mean,
I still wish he had killed William Shatner.
it'd been
Huh?
interesting.
Like, imagine if William Shatner had died on that rocket. Like, Jeff Bezos would have never been able to live it down.
Ah,
Yeah.
that would have been.
I mean,
fucking
but it's a definitely. I don't know though. That might have been doing Shatner a favor because I mean, what's the
Right?
what? Isn't that the best way for Shatner to go out?
Best way for him to go. I was just thinking, I was like, that's kind of like a cool way for Shatner to go.
Because you
Good
know,
for Shatner, bad for Bezos.
you know, it would have been like the next
Yeah,
at the next
sure.
Oscars. It would have been just like a picture of Shatner, and then all of a
Should
sudden,
have been like, did you Kevorkian that man? Did you do this on purpose, Bezos?
yeah. But it'd be a
Did
picture
you
of
kill
Shatner.
Captain fucking Kirk in space?
Yeah, it'd be a picture of Shatner, and then all of a sudden, just like Starman. No, I don't know the rest of the lyrics of that song. I'm not a big Bowie guy.
They eject his body.
I mean, it's good. It was too close to like actual IP for you to keep going. Your voice
That's
is
true.
so beautiful.
Yeah, I've been compared to Bowie a lot. Oh yeah,
Have you?
no, never actually.
Are you talking about your sexuality?
I mean, come on, who
Have
has?
you fucked Mick Jagger, you whore?
Who hasn't?
I mean,
got,
everyone has.
who hasn't got their dick sucked by somebody from the Rolling Stones at one point in time? You know.
You know, Charlie Watts was very gentle. I will give him that.
Charlie Watts. Come on, you're fucking the wrong one. Next thing you know,
guys
you're
are going
like,
for
you'll
minor
never guess.
leagues.
You're gonna come on this show next time. Like, you'll never guess who I hooked up with the other night. Paul Stanley from Kiss. Or
Excuse me, I'd take a Sebastian Bach.
Oh, well,
That guy still
now,
fucks.
you know, when he's done, he breaks out "Remember You," right, to make you feel special. You know,
I
I remember you. And then
remember yesterday.
and then as you're just starstruck, he pulls out his phone and takes a picture of your face with cum all over it and walks out.
Oh God, you've been bucked.
You just got bucked. Me, 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 me.
Buck, baby,
Yeah.
buck.
Now clean yourself up and get out of my trailer.
Get out of my hotel room.
No, he still plays clubs. It's green room.
Get out of my motel
God.
room.
At the Whiskey A Go Go.
Yeah, get out of my microtel motel room, okay?
It's like, hey, this Motel 6 only has one bed, all right?
Yeah. Be like that place fucking Jake stayed in Austin.
Oh, that place was magical. I will never forget me, you, and Holly walking into that room. I just could imagine what people were thinking.
I don't know. I don't know if you came out of that place without some sort of like irreparable damage to your body, but
Or like bed bugs.
it was a place for sure.
I at least got a concussion. That headboard did fall on me, so
Did it?
yeah.
Oh. Did you
forgot
say?
about
Did you say
that.
like somebody got stabbed or something that night? Like some wild shit happened or something. You're like, fuck this place.
Yeah, no, I called the booking place I booked through right away and got put in a really nice Holiday Inn.
Nice.
What? Okay, so what hotel was that? Was that a La Quinta?
It was the La Quinta on University in Austin.
Yeah.
Fuck that place.
Oh yeah. Like we pull in and we're like, Jake, are you sure this is the right?
There's a reason this place is so cheap.
You sure this is the right
mean-
motel? First off, there's an M. If it's a motel, you're
It's
already.
the place Jesse took that hooker in Albuquerque.
Yes.
Oh no, that's nicer. Like legitimately, that Crossroads Hotel is nicer than this place.
That is true because
Oh,
it had a
no.
chair. The hotel had a chair.
It had the cuck chair.
Yeah, you know, this hotel that he stayed in, like, I don't even know if it had like even like shitty soap in the bathroom.
It didn't even have hot water.
Yeah.
Oh.
He comes out, so we pull into this hotel, and I'm like, dude, like, are you sure? And I think he was probably, as Jake is wont to do, just blitzed
Hi.
out of his fucking mind. And it's just like, yeah, dude, it's cool. I've stayed in worse. And he goes to check in and comes back out, and his face is just like, I think he's trying to keep it together and maintain like some sort of like hard ass semblance of pride. Because he gets in, he's like, oh yeah, my room's over here. Like, how'd that go? He's like, yeah, the front desk person, because it wasn't like a trans guy or something.
No, it was a very rude black lady
Oh, okay.
who acted like I was inconveniencing her scrolling through TikTok
Oh, of course.
and made me wait to finish her video before she checked me in.
Hey, I mean, that two-turn Tony is
shit.
going to get people's attention, you know?
Oh yeah, no, that guy's really hilarious. I saw him lock his dad in a fucking bubble today.
Oh, yeah, he does that.
Push him out on the lake right behind their house, and it was like filled with smoke.
Yep. Yeah, he does that. Two-turn Tony, my spirit animal. Even though he hasn't spit in a hot chick's mouth in a while, which upsets me. He's going straight, and I don't like it. I want dirtbag.
Well,
I want dirt.
that might be on his OnlyFans.
Maybe. And plus, the ski mask girl, dumped him. So, whatever. He doesn't have some hot blonde chick to spit vodka.
Well, he does have hot chicks around him.
those
I
are
was
those are
watching his
those are
stuff.
ducklings.
Do what?
Those are ducklings because he started a duck farm.
Oh gosh.
So,
I didn't mean those hot chicks.
but anyway, so then we're driving Jake to his motel room, and as we're doing that, our friend of the show, Holly, is like, we're walking to his room, mainly just out of just morbid curiosity to see what this room's gonna look like, and also just in case like we got like beat some bums up on the way or some shit, and of course, like as soon as he opens the door, Holly, in her ultra sweet Minnesota accent, was just like, this looks like a hotel you take cheap hookers to. And I was just like, oh. As you're walking into this hotel room in leather pants with two guys, like, yeah, not a great look.
Yeah, no, that night I ended up pushing the nightstand in front of the door
Yeah,
Smart.
just to have some protection, because there was a visible light gap in that door of a few centimeters.
That's just to distract you from the hole in the wall opposite the bed where they have a camera installed to watch you get murdered.
It really did feel like that kind of place, and then I think even half the rooms had like plastic over them.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're like half of those rooms are long-term rentals because they're cooking meth and that shit.
Yeah, no, I remember what you said when we were pulling up to it was, "Is this place even open?"
Yeah. Like I was like, is this place open? Because like it looks deserted. I don't know. Like it gave me real. Have you ever seen the movie Bug with
No.
Michael Shannon and Ashley Judd? Oh,
think
watch
so.
that one. That'll fuck you up. It's like Ashley Judd's kind of like this white trashy chick down on her luck meets Michael Shannon, who,
Shocking.
as
Yeah.
usual, plays somebody really fucking weird, and they end up just like doing a bunch of meth in some like Albuquerque motel room, and
Fun.
the next thing you know,
So just a normal Tuesday.
he's talking about how like he escaped some lab where like the government's experimenting on him, and they tinfoil all the windows and start thinking that these bugs are taking over the world. It's a fucking crazy movie. I would recommend.
Is it one of those ones like nothing's actually happening?
You
This
don't
is
know.
just,
That's the thing. You don't know because they never say whether or not
Ooh.
anything's happening or not. Because as far as I recall, like the cameras never leave the hotel room. Like it's all.
Oh, so it's one of those one-room movies?
kind of.
Oh no.
And like they'll start going fucking nuts. They're like, "Is it bad? Is it?" Like he pulls his own tooth out and puts it under a microscope. He's like, "Oh,
They're
no."
inside of me! They're inside of
Oh,
me!
it's a fucking crazy, crazy fucking movie. Like, go watch it. It'll fuck you up.
I'm gonna have to check that shit out.
Womb Raider has a duck, like Two-Turn Tony. Of course, Womb Raider has a duck. Like, I don't know why I'm not.
Does he have a
surprised.
raccoon? Because he seems like he'd have a raccoon too.
Oh.
It does seem like he'd have a raccoon. A trash
It's like a-
panda. Part of me thinks having a raccoon, if a raccoon behaved kind of a mixture of a dog and a cat, but was a raccoon, would kind of be dope, right? Like, but I
But
also
they
heard
don't. They're menace.
they are. I heard they're kind
yeah.
of
I mean,
dickheads.
That's
Right.
why I want one so bad. Is like I could train it to do such bad shit.
I don't know about that, but I have seen them eat into the drywall of houses and then open up a cabinet and then start pulling everything from that cabinet out.
The
So,
fuck?
yeah, they're pretty destructive.
Even though they have basically thumbs and could open the cabinet from the other side.
Well, like, no, it had eaten
Oh.
through the
It
drywall.
ate
So
its
it was
way
hanging
through
out
the
like
house, right?
it
Like,
through in the roof. And so it reached down and opened up the cabinet and like looked at the person who was filming him and started just like chunking everything out.
weird.
And the dude filming him was yelling at him. And he was like, "Fuck you!"
Yeah.
Oh
Which
my
is weird.
gosh, no, I don't want one of those.
I grew up in like Appalachia. I never knew anybody with a raccoon. I knew a guy.
Appalachia.
Appalachia. I'm an Appalachian American. But I knew somebody whose dad had a groundhog for a pet.
Huh.
And it was just kind of like a really fat, ash-hole-ish cat. Like it just literally just sat on top of the couch all day. Like it just sat there on top of the couch, like brr, like laid out on the couch, on the top of it.
Oh my god!
Like this furry lump. But if you went to go try to like touch it, it'd start like chattering his teeth at you.
Don't fucking touch me.
Well, it's kind of like, "Rrr, what are you doing? Disturbing me on
Okay.
top of my couch?
It's like
Trying
a
to watch
little
Springer,
demon that
damn
lives
it."
in your house.
Oh my gosh.
And then he also had for a while, he had a squirrel. And then he'd be in his recliner. He'd like, tilt the recliner up. And the squirrel would just sit on top of his foot at the bottom of the recliner. And they just sit there and watch TV with the groundhog and the squirrel and the dad. I know.
Yeah, that's super hillbilly.
Hey, we prefer Appalachian American. Thank you.
I bet he made
I
good
don't
alcohol
appreciate
too, huh?
the hard E on the end of hillbilly. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll
Oh.
say it again.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Hillbilly me harder.
Prejudiced against us Southerners.
What?
He's over here prejudiced against us Southerners.
I'm pretty sure we were more southern than you, but yeah, man, whatever.
I mean, geologically, but not.
Confederately?
Yeah, like culturally, you know.
I mean, there's something I love to fuck with Texans about, that New Mexico was independent more recently than Texas was, and it fucking gets under their skin so
Wait,
bad.
what was that?
That New Mexico hasn't been a state as long as Texas, so technically we haven't been like controlled as long as they have. And Texans fucking Texans hate that reminder, especially when you throw that the river belongs to us at them too.
The river.
So did like when you were growing up in school, did they ever talk about the whole beef between New Mexico and Texas?
I mean, that was just like a known thing of like New Mexico. New Mexicans are
You could
a
say
little
we're assholes.
inferior.
Every
Yeah,
state
assholes.
has it though. Every state has that though.
Yeah, no,
Not
but
inferior at all.
there's like a reason, and it's because the Rio Grande River that like mainly flows through us, that goes through Texas and Colorado. Texas and Colorado have been battling the water rights on that one against New Mexico for at least 50 years.
Oh gosh.
And it is like the funniest fucking thing to see people argue about, because you'll see old ass fucking people.
Like, what are you
arguing about
fighting over? Like, who takes care of the Mexicans that swim across the fucking thing?
this. No, who drowns them,
Look
right?
at that south. Except
'Cause Tex-
Colorado.
I mean,
I
Texas
know.
wants to put alligators in it, you know? I don't know.
I thought they were gonna do tigers.
They would do. I can see Texas doing tigers because they have more right? Isn't it like there's more captive tigers in the state of Texas than there are wild tigers in the world?
Like the most tigers are here in Texas. Yeah. There was one in my hometown.
Yeah, did you grow up near Joe Exotic, or was he in Oklahoma? Where was he at?
Yeah.
he start
he's
in Texas?
Oklahoma.
I don't. Who knows where the fuck that dude?
I don't think so. Now, this person lived in an apartment. They only had one. And
Ah.
my friend's mom happened to be the manager of this apartment complex. And she said there were major, like, massive scratches all in the bathroom and, like, on the walls and shit.
Yeah.
But I also heard rumors that it bit a kid's arm off. And then the person left with the tiger. So I don't know exactly if that's true or not, but I just remember the
Well-
tiger was in town and then they had to leave.
Yeah. Mike Tyson's
It might
tiger.
have bitten a child's arm off or not.
Mike Tyson's tiger ripped a lady's arm off one time.
Yeah, they seem to do that.
I mean,
if you did watch
but-
Tiger King.
But
Mike Tyson's tiger was probably fed cocaine.
no. It's actually a really awesome story because what it was some crazy fucking lady broke into Mike Tyson's house.
Oh, so it was just being a pet, like a guard pet. He
And
was doing his job.
Went into Mike Tyson's room while he was sleeping, and the tiger would sleep in Tyson's bed with him. And the tiger tried to chase her ass out of the house and caught her out in the yard and got her by the arm and ripped her fucking arm off.
I mean, that just says a lot about Tyson too. The fact that he could sleep with a fucking tiger in his bed.
Oh yeah, like dude, go look him up. Like one of the most fascinated and forgiven people in America. But yeah, like
Yeah.
the quote, like he was on, like after that he had to
He
get.
did do time. Like, to be fair, he did do his time for the crime.
He
So it's
did.
like-
He did. He also got allegedly got one of his female corrections officers pregnant while in
I mean,
jail. So,
if you look at Tyson in a close enough
that's not
vicinity as a
fucking
woman,
surprising at all.
but no. So yeah, his quote was. I remember all this because I wrote a Mike Tyson episode for the Iconoblast guys, and they asked him about like his tiger because he had 3 at one point, and then he just had the one for a very long time, like the one that was in The Hangover. And it's like, yeah, like I eventually had to like give her to like a tiger rescue. Like, yeah, it's like she was getting old, like her eyes weren't working real great, like her teeth were kind of coming out. She ripped some lady's arm off. And they're like, wait, what? And so she was like, yeah, like
Sneaks that in there.
it's like some crazy bitch like came into my room, like broke into my house, came in my room, and chased her around the yard and fucking ripped her arm off.
then he called the tiger his sweet girl.
Probably.
I mean, a dog could probably do that to somebody too, to be fair.
Or
And if
not?
they break into your house, like,
Oh, that's why. That's apparently he like the lady tried to sue him for like millions,
oh, I'm
and I
sure.
guess they settled for like 100 grand, which was kind of like the medical cost for her to get like the nub cauterized or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah.
First off, tiger or not, how fucking insane are you to break into Mike Tyson's house?
I'd be more afraid of Mike Tyson than the fucking tiger, to be
I know.
completely honest.
Well, it depends on what she. Well, she went right straight to his bedroom, so maybe she was trying to suck his wiener or something. Who
Maybe
knows?
She's trying to be a sparring partner.
she was trying to ride that face tattoo.
She was like, if I just get to his dick, he'll know what I'm after, and he'll submit.
Yeah,
It's like
knows what
jacking off
crazy
a
people think?
horse.
Oh God.
maybe.
You got to be careful getting near it, but as soon as you get your hands on it, it's calm.
Oh God.
What do you think?
Have you ever seen those horse videos, man? That's not calm.
You mean like Mr. Hands?
Ugh, I don't know about that, but like just like of like expensive race horses and getting their sperm, which is like worth millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking violent. Super duper violent. Oh yeah, there is that video of that dude. Didn't he die though?
Mr.
Like
Hands? Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Immediately.
It's violent.
Yeah, regardless of what like some porn people would like you to think, there's only so far up a rectum you can go before you start really endangering your life because there's a
Well,
curve.
it's like a 1-ton animal that's violent, very very violent. What the
Well,
fuck?
that like that horse's cock is longer than the tripod my camera's set up on. You know, like
And like, it's a closed loop, so after certain points, things only got to go up.
I know, like fuck, like at some point if that horse had come, it'd probably come out of the guy's nose. You know.
I mean, they're not that long. They're not like donkey dicks. I only know this because we had horses. They're not that long.
No, but I mean, there's that episode of Yellowstone where Jimmy jacks off the horse.
Oh. Yeah, like that. Like it's violent. Like imagine that in a human. That's violent as fuck.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
they are extremely strong
Yeah.
animals. Like,
The video is just like
that's a
he's
lot
like
of damage.
that guy's just like, oh yeah, and you can tell like I don't think he's as into this as he's making it sound. All of a sudden he's just like, and then he just like, flops over.
Yeah, as his insides are being ripped apart. Like who didn't warn him of like you're going to die?
Oh, dude, before I ever saw that, the first time I'd ever seen something like that, and it fucked me up. I was probably like 15, 16. I was playing like professional paintball at the time, so I was like traveling a lot with adults, and I was with some people. So I was like, man, you'll never see this. Like one of the guys, I can't remember why, he had to do like community service. It was like cleaning up the roadside and found some VHS tape. He's like, man, you'll never believe what I found. Like this VHS tape, and like he puts it in, and it's like normal porn, and I was like, okay, like, yeah, okay, like yeah, this is how sex works. I know all about this at 14. And then all of a sudden it's just like, no, wait, and then it shows like, it goes to like this clip of like some like biker chick with like a shaved head. It's just getting like gangbanged by all these bikers, and then all of a sudden one was like, do we go get it? He's like, yeah, go get it. Go get it, and they bring in a horse. And she's like, oh, yeah, give me that horse. And I was like, I'm going to go not watch this now.
See, I grew up in the era of the girl who swallowed her tampon
What?
on...
Huh?
Did you guys ever hear about that?
No.
There's a girl who like pulled a bloody tampon out and swallowed it. So those kind of videos were completely in the norm, and like people were just one-upping each other at one point. Because of that.
No, like I was in like the E-bombs world, like era where like you'd see some fucked up shit, but watching some chick with a shaved head and like assless chaps taking a fucking horse on a stainless steel like morgue
Like
cart.
restaurant.
No,
Prep
like
table?
what they put dead bodies on, like the stainless
Ugh.
steel like cart. Yeah. It was it's luckily that was so long ago, I've kind of forgotten most of the details, but I guess not. 'Cause
You're
I
gonna
get
have
told the
nightmares about
story.
this shit tonight.
Who says they're gonna be nightmares? My tastes have changed. Damn it.
The grossest one I've seen is a dude inserting his bald head into a woman's vagina.
I've seen that one. I've seen that one too. She's like, oh yeah, and it looks like he's like, there's like two flesh duffel bags. He's sticking his head in between.
Yeah.
His bald head. He's like putting like fucking baby oil all over his bald head. And it was a very late '90s, early 2000s guy. He had like the Tim McGraw goatee and a bald head.
Yeah,
and she was very like Jenna Jameson looking, kind of.
I remember her being a little bit bigger, but yeah, I was 15 eating a Jell-O shot mold out of a Halloween like bat tin for like a cake during lunch while I was in high school.
Nice.
And I was like, I have to go to Spanish after this. This is okay. All right. This is fun.
Oh yeah, that was saw that one. Did you guys ever go on like Faces of Death?
Oh god.
No, I remember Rotten.com.
Rotten. I think Rotten was it.
And Live Leak.
Yeah, I never saw Live Leak, but like Rotten, I remember seeing.
I think Rotten is the one where I saw the girl fuck her dog, and it kind of ruined women with large dogs for me. And like I just can't see them the same way because it's like,
yeah. The one that got me was like some old dude had like a heating element in his bathtub and ended up like having like a heart attack or something and dying while in the bathtub with his heating element. So it just kept the water warm until he was failed like 3 weeks later. And at that
it
point,
boiled him.
Oh, it was like a soup. It was just like a layer of like grease on top of the bathtub.
Holy crap!
Oh. Like to this day, like it's still seared in my memory. Him and there's some dude on E-Bombs World that we thought was fucking hilarious when we get really high, and he was like a furry, except he just like, I think he would just like turn his camera on and smoke some meth and go all fucking weird furry shit in his room, like in his house. I can't remember like David Fox or like. God, I can't remember. I just remember like we get high as shit and think it's hilarious. Now looking back, I'm like, it's probably like darker shit than we realized because we just didn't know any better when we were like 16.
Yeah, no. When I was 13, we thought that Hunter Moore guy from Is Anyone Up was funny.
Well, I mean, I don't know who that is, but you were 16 like 6 years ago. So
here's a documentary for you and your wife to watch. It's the Is Anyone Up one on Netflix. It basically controlled the music scene of like Warped Tour and all that, and all of the band members who were on Warped Tour, their sex tapes, their nudes, and all of that were on Is Anyone Up. There was minors on Is Anyone Up. There was a girl who ended up killing herself because her nudes got put up on there, and
I think I've heard of that one. Possibly.
Yeah, no, I think he's the reason for revenge porn laws in the United States.
Holy shit.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds familiar. I didn't know there was a documentary about it. I think we talked about it on the show. I watched the Pornhub doc. I was like fairly offended by it because I feel like they were like really just coming after Pornhub. You know? Like, how dare you? First off, how dare you?
Don't go after the hub like that, all right?
Come on. Come on.
Too big to fail. Too big to fail.
It is. You know, like, come on. We need the hub. Even though, I mean, I don't know, like wonder how like much money OnlyFans makes nowadays. Like the actual company of OnlyFans.
Billions, I guarantee.
Who knows?
Because I don't know, like, what kind of cut do they get out of that?
I wonder.
Does anybody know in
they
the
have
chat?
to be getting something because you have to pay state sales tax whenever you.
It's income. I know that because I know like I know somebody. I should maybe get her on here. Like I know somebody who's done OnlyFans before, and she had to like list it as income.
Mm-hmm.
How do you? I can just imagine the IRS agent that has to deal with that kind of shit. Like,
I mean, I guess
imagine the different creative ways people have put that on their IRS forms to not make it so like in your face and blatant.
Yeah, I mean, how many fucking people have ever had to, like, submit a W-2 from fucking Brazzers or whoever, you know?
Yeah, or like strippers.
Or just imagine if you're just somebody that works for Pornhub. You know, like you're the IT guy at Pornhub.
Right.
I'm assuming they probably have a different name that they put like on their financials, but
Oh yeah, like a parent company.
I'd be like,
You know,
that'd be part of me. I'd be like, no, no, no. I want
Boom says they take
Pornhub.
about 33%.
33%. Like, fuck.
I was thinking like at least 25.
Now I'm understanding why it costs so much to see Paige Van Zant's asshole.
Do you see? Does she have that on hers?
Oh yeah, she has a video of her and her husband fucking on the floor that costs like $100.
Yeah. See, I'm not like.
I'm not gonna watch it. I didn't buy it.
Oh, okay. Like,
But it's there.
Yeah.
I'm all for the creators, you know, but at some point, like Paige Van Zandt, like, not interested.
She only gets $66.
I know, but she gets $6,600. She gets $66 from probably like 10,000 people that want to see Paige Van Zandt get fucked on the floor.
Yeah.
You know, like,
What if like when like her face is all battered up after a fight?
Yeah, not that. I bet you there's probably people that would fucking love that shit.
Oh, there's a whole group
Or like
on
just
Facebook.
directly after a fight in the locker room, like her husband.
Or like a blowjob, just like of her battered face.
Yeah, with the tape still like on her knuckles.
Tears.
Like she can't actually move her hands because her hands are all fucking taped up still.
Oh, God.
She's like, yeah, hand taping, jerking fucking dude off. On
Use my strong hands.
she's just like, oh, this cum will be good for this black eye. She still owes Ross and Dan a dog, by the way. Let's not forget. Paige Van Zandt, a lady not of her word. So
I can't believe she actually agreed to that.
I don't think she did agree to that, but
Oh,
But-
really?
it's on video, so we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. You can usually find any. Yeah, boom. Yeah, you can usually find any of the OF content on Reddit, but you know, these ladies
gotta
are trying to
support
make
small
a living.
businesses.
Yeah, trying to make a living. You know, the ones that I dislike are the free ones. You know, they lure you in with the free. It's like, oh, this is just the shit from your Instagram.
Yeah. That's why it's free, because it's also on Instagram.
But
which is
then,
free.
like, you know, you want
Just want
to
to see
see,
a titty.
yeah, maybe titties, booty.
Well, you can. Some people get away with that on Instagram, but most don't.
It's a big
yeah,
thing
there's-
on it's a big thing on TikTok now. Have you seen that where like women are like low key showing their tits on TikTok?
Like real quick, like a
Or like
flash.
in a
and
mirror,
whatnot.
like a mirror in the background where like the algorithm can't catch it. Or like
Yeah.
or like they'll have like some sort of like chrome bathroom fixture.
Like the drinking bros with their.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We're not gonna give that away. Because if
The
YouTube's
jerseys.
listening, we don't wanna because I had never actually seen Lemon Party until I saw it in the reflection of a certain thing on a certain podcast. And I was like, wait, what is that? So then I had to Google it and I was like, oh, yep, that's what I thought I saw in that reflection. So,
So you don't Google.
but you
just
know
keep it,
what?
like,
Was it my thing? No. But those nice old men looked like they were having a good time. And I mean,
that's what matters.
you know,
At the end of the day.
old people get down too. You ever been to Key West? Oof.
I've ever been to a nursing home that has
Yes.
STDs rampant.
Didn't we talk about that last episode about how they all have gonorrhea and shit?
Maybe
Or do I just?
Fuck.
I don't know. I talk about so much weird shit with people every day that
it was something we were warned about in our CNA class. Like in a video that was made for CNAs, it was like geriatric sexual relations, and I was like, no fucking way
Oh.
are we talking about this right now? And it
Have
was
you ever
like,
s-
oh no. They're super serious about this, and then they were like, sometimes they have Alzheimer's, and they don't know that they're married, and their spouse is still alive.
Do you think with like old people they have to pull the flaps back and clean it like how they do a bulldog?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I've been that person to fold the flaps and clean.
So talking about
yes,
OnlyFans just now had me kind of like halfway, you know, underneath this desk.
I
And
hope
you
I
just
ruined it for you.
you just made it to where like my body is actively trying to give me a gender reassignment right now. My nuts have sucked in, trying to turn into ovaries. The shaft is
Everything has
flipped
receded
inside
back
out.
into my body. Thank you.
like my
Back into their little spots.
my dick went into like runner's dick. Like you ever seen a dude's dick right after going after a long run? Like it's not great.
Unfortunately,
It's not a great look. You know,
No.
you would think
That's
like
not-
working out would make it like, no, nope. It makes you like,
Blood's
dude,
gotta go
like,
somewhere
dude, what
else,
are you
buddy.
doing?
Because all
right
your
now?
blood needs to go to your fucking legs and not your wiener.
Well, I mean, if the blood would go to my wiener, I could run faster because now I have 3 legs. I could run like one of those 3-legged dogs in the Ukraine. And
Yeah.
that's a joke about me tying my dick to the Ukrainian war, people. That's the kind of entertainment you get on this show. Awesome. On a Thursday night. No, I haven't had that much to drink because I was super fucking tired today. So before, and maybe that's what it is. Before this, before I even had any drinks, I had like 4 cups of coffee
Oh, yeah. All that caffeine.
mixed with Fireball and then my, traditional vodka seltzer. And then you start talking about OnlyFans, the Cialis kicks in. And it's going to be a weird night for sure.
Oh, it's always fun.
Which, talk about weird shit that I have on the notes. We're going to really pivot on this one. Alec Baldwin charges dropped.
What?
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Charlie,
I wonder-
I was really hoping you would kick in on this one because I have no idea what the fuck's going on with it. And I know he's
I mean, I think Santa Fe County just got a new DA. Maybe the new DA. Actually, I think I know what happened with that shit. The DA passed it off to the Attorney General of the state and then wanted the case back and it ended up fucking up a whole bunch of shit.
so a technicality. It got dropped on a technicality.
Yep.
I bet it did.
A technicality that probably rings to the tune of probably about $20 million, but we'll see what comes out.
I was about to say, I wonder who his bank account got a little bit more heavy.
Someone in the New Mexico state government, obviously.
I'm not surprised.
Womb Raider in the chat. Generic or geriatric perineal tears from a Cialis-induced DP session. Oof.
I'm sure it's happened.
Oh,
I wouldn't be surprised.
you're getting wild. You ever seen the movie X? The horror movie with Jenna Ortega and Mia Goth?
I don't think so.
No, not yet.
Oh yeah, there's a scene in there where 2 very old people have graphic sex. Not graphic in the sense like you see a lot of stuff, but the fact that 2 very old people are having sex and she's like, the old lady's getting very into it and saying some really dirty things. You're like, ah. It's
Like,
like
I don't want to know this exists until I'm there.
it's a good
doing
movie though. Also, who's it? Brittany Snow from like Pitch Perfect and.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen
and
her.
she does a
It-
sex scene. Like it's about like these. It's like set in the 70s, and they rent out this cabin from this old couple to shoot a porn movie in. And like, yeah, Jenna Ortega's in it. Brittany Snow.
Dare a son.
Mia Goth, and then just random people that want to be in the movie. I guess this is an A24 movie, so
A24's been on it though. Like, have you seen Beef yet?
I have not.
It is.
Is that Ali
so
Wong?
good.
The Ali Wong one?
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that one. Is that Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Womb Raider's point. Brittany Snow shows off her chesticles in that one.
Oh, didn't she just get divorced in like a scandalous, like she was dating a dude on a reality show and like they caught him cheating on her?
I think she was married to the guy, right? And then like
Yeah.
he like sleeps with some other woman while the cameras are following him around. Like he goes to like a hotel room or something with this woman. And
Yeah.
it sounds like
Cheats on
there's like
Brittany fucking Snow.
it sounds like there's a lot of a different kind of Snow involved in that one, maybe where he's like, "Fuck it, I don't care." Like, so look what
I
I
hope
do.
so.
You see how
He's
hot
a
this chick
fucking
is?
Idiot.
I'm about to blow. Like, yeah, she's like, I'm about to blow some snow in this chick's butthole. Like, check this out, you know. Or then the next day, he's like, "Oh, my marriage is over. Awesome."
Yeah. It's like, when is that going to air? So I have a couple months.
It's almost like threatening to kill yourself, calling in a 911 call, and then acting like you just left your phone in the car.
Who did that?
Drake Bell.
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
Gosh. When did that happen?
Did you remember last week when Ross was saying that Drake Bell was missing and that the world needed to
Mm-hmm.
find him?
I missed that
Yeah.
one, I think.
So apparently Drake Bell called in a 911 call because he's going through like a real harsh divorce and seemed kind of on edge and just seemed like, like how someone acts before they kill themselves, and then went missing for 24 hours and ended up having a missing person like flyer made for him and everything.
Yeah, it sounds
And
like a
then
real cry for help. You know?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Then he popped back up and was like, he tweeted, the only thing he's tweeted I think since then was like, when you lock your phone in your car and you, I don't know, some shit like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anyways, so also idea. Anybody out there listening that is or knows somebody that does OnlyFans work, would love to have you on and talk about that. For one, curiosity. Others, research. Been barking up that tree with the old lady for a while. So, and also, I mean, Jake could do very well on OnlyFans, especially now he's shaved Jake. We got shaved Jake back. I'm a fan of shaved Jake.
Yeah, no, I was gonna surprise you guys, but then I posted the hippie Christmas thing this morning, and I was like, "Fuck, I blew it."
Yeah, I like shaved Jake.
Yeah, no, I kind of dig it. I was thinking of doing just the mustache to see how that turns out.
That would be fun.
Yeah. We'll see. Grow the mustache
Nice.
out, maybe even get to where you can wax it up a little bit.
Yeah, no, I was doing that
yeah.
before I shaved the whole thing, but then I was like,
Yeah.
But then you might look like a guy who just drinks a lot of IPAs or something, and
Yeah, it'll be fine.
nah.
I don't have the band around my arm tattoo yet, so I think I
You look like a
still got some
fucking
time.
pirate.
Ooh, now you look like a pirate, and you go around drinking rum. Like I can be your personality, where you just drink fucking rum everywhere. Be like, the IPA's dope. Have you had the rum? Be like, what the fuck? You're like, rum's nice. Have you ever met
Just
a dude?
drinking
Have you ever
straight
met a
rum.
guy, for real? Have you ever met somebody at a bar who's just drinking rum? Not like a rum drink. Who's just drinking rum.
No.
No.
There you go. You can tie some bandanas around your wrist and shit, and maybe get a couple necklaces. Just drinking.
Seems like you're trying to get me to act like Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
so it
I mean
sounds
that is
like.
the archetype, right? Yeah. So
Just
yeah.
need some rings.
Hey,
Yes, a couple of silver rings.
have you ever been in the point where a really hot chick shit in your bed? No, you start drinking rum and shit. You might be.
Not shit, but there's been a couple times with some blood. But
Well, yeah,
Huh?
yeah, it's like blood everywhere. Come on.
yeah, no, they sometimes they're your little ketchup packet. You know?
I've told the story on the show, right? About the time I had to go to the ER because my dick ripped open.
No.
Have I
think
not?
so.
I think I
a long
did.
time ago.
In high school, in the back of my Camaro, because I was fucking dope like that. I had a Camaro. Put it in. Felt a little pop, but I was like, huh, weird. Whatever. Not going to stop me. The next thing you know, the girl's like, it's really wet and warm down there. Yeah, it is, And then she's like, no, something's wrong. Thinking okay, maybe she
She's like,
started.
fuck, did you come already?
No, I was like, okay, maybe she started her period. Turn on the dome light. There's a lot of blood. And I was like, did you start your period? She's like, that's not, no, this is not what it looks like when that happens. And the next thing I know, there's just blood pouring out of the tip of my dick. Not through the urethra, not to get TMI. But, I still have certain parts of my body attached to my body that other men don't have attached to their body.
I've had that happen.
And
I know
where
exactly
the
what
skin
you're talking
attaches to,
about. Mhm.
the
You could rip it off.
underside of the tip, where it kind of V's a little bit, pulled it away. And
Yep.
it was bleeding everywhere. So then I had to get a gym shirt and wrap it around my dick and drive to the ER while she's tourniqueting my dick with a gym shirt. And I had to go into an ER and explain this. And they're
I was lucky.
yeah.
I was only 12 when that happened, and I was using myself.
I was 17, and I don't know what I was more terrified by, the fact that my dick was bleeding, or was bleeding all over the cloth seats of my super dope Camaro.
See, and every time I see
Well,
those
then-
guys
Everywhere.
protesting against circumcision, I think about it just you guys don't have to deal with possibly ripping a piece of your foreskin off your dick.
Yeah, exactly. Come on now. Hashtag normalize uncircumcised. I don't know. We're not even getting that one. That's a show for a different time. But yeah, so I don't even know where to go with that one. Sorry.
That's
Charlie's.
rough,
I
man.
don't think Charlie's ever given me the look she just gave me, and I don't know if it's just like she's high, she's disgusted.
This sounds really painful.
It wasn't painful. It was not painful.
Only when you shower.
Have you ever had like a cut that's healing and then like it just kind of like pops open real quick? It's like you feel a little snap. And then comes the blood.
You're not making this. No.
You know, like when the elevators open in The Shining? There was a lot. It was a fucking lot of blood. Sorry to get too graphic. It was a lot. Like, it was like...
It's the main vein.
Oh, yeah. Especially like when you're fucking full on boner. Like all the blood in my body was in my penis at that point.
And then you were 17, so it was just like all of it. You couldn't even feel your fingers or your toes.
No. No, you know, like you're an animal at that point. I mean, you still kind of are at some point in this process, but you're just like a creature. Like you're literally like a penis with kind of a brain attached to it at that point.
Just like, oh fuck.
You know, like how just like, you know, certain things like, you know, anemones are just like, oh, like my whole being is to just eat and survive. When you're a 17-year-old kid, like all it is like, fuck, eat, sleep.
I mean, I'm 25 and that's still what
Everything you do in life. It's just like super bad. You can never make that movie again. Like, it's just like your whole being is about just fucking some chick on a Friday night. But again, we're making Charlie uncomfortable. Probably not, actually.
Dude, when you said, you know, that scene from The Shining,
It was a lot of blood.
that fucking package, you're like, that did really hurt. But you know the scene from The Shining where the blood rushes down?
It was a lot of blood, you know. You know, like, you know,
Fuck.
we make the third leg joke. My third leg cut his femoral artery, okay?
Oh, man.
I thought I was going to bleed out through my dick, which would be a pretty dope way to go.
Oh, man.
Depends.
And
Is it cut
anyways, like and subscribe on YouTube. Go out to iTunes, rate and review the show. Leave a review about how you feel about me bleeding out through my penis. I got a little woozy there on the ride home, you know. But
Imagine.
yeah, so much blood, so much blood. Some would say it even means more blood. Thoughts?
Did you become a squirter that night?
Aren't guys
I'd
by
pushed a
nature
little harder.
squirters?
Shut up, Jake.
Yeah. Especially you ever had like one build up long enough and then you like, next thing you know, it just like fucking goes to the ceiling.
Hit yourself in the face with it. You're like, oh, that's what it feels like.
Surprisingly, I've never had that happen. I know people that have.
I know people that it got in their mouth and they had to taste.
Man, knock on whatever this desk is made out
Ooh,
of.
I know a guy who got snowballed too.
Oh, God, we're never gonna finish this episode. But so we just started Succession, like from the beginning, and there's a
I've
scene
never seen it.
where one of the guys is like going like he's on his bachelor party
Oh, that one's good.
and talks about how he's like, yeah, like he does a bunch of drugs. He's like very kind of straight laced, dorky, kind of cuckish dude. And he's like, yeah, this like chick would give me a blowjob, and then she like I like came in her mouth, and then she like put it in my mouth. And my wife, of all people, was like, "Oh my God, people do that." I was like, "Yeah, it's called snowballing." She's like, "How do you know what that's called?" I was like, "Everybody knows what that's called."
It's like, how do you not know what that's
It's kind of like
called?
shrimping. Everybody knows what shrimping is. No, Jake, you know what shrimping is?
No.
God damn! Now I'm gonna sound like a real fucking degenerate. It's kind of like snowballing, but it's when the guy sucks the cream pie out.
Oh. Oh. Oh my god.
Jake's too high to process.
Yeah, that's.
Jake's like, that's not what she told me it was called.
She just said that I would have to pay $400 if I didn't.
But why is it called shrimping? That
I
makes...
don't know. It's kind of like, why is space docking called space docking?
Yeah, because it's two things going into each other.
Maybe.
Why would you not call it like whiteout?
Oh, whiteout. Like, yeah, I don't know, like snow coning.
Baby away. I don't know.
What is? I bet you there's snow coning. We'll get into that to another episode. We really got to wrap this shit up because we're getting out of control. I'm drunk. I got to pee, and I got to go forget about a lot of the traumas I brought up on this. Because I'm sure I'm going to go up, and my wife's going to be like, "So I heard you almost bled out through your dick one time. Want to tell me about that?"
Oh gosh.
Also,
Way to go.
I have family that listens to this show. I've mentioned that before. Shout out Pat and Amy. Love you guys.
I apologize to my new coworkers that I plugged this to today.
Yeah, they'll love it.
No, they will. They know
They'll
me.
love it. You know what? People like this kind of content. People love it.
It's real, it's raw, and it's real.
Yeah,
As long as HR's not.
Anyways, so yeah, you already know the drill. Like and subscribe, rate and review. And yeah, this has been a good one. For Jake, Space Cowboy, Charlie, I'm Bill Schofield. This has been Neuter